What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, Wednesday morning, halfway through the week, and hitting my first red day of the month. Last week was relatively slow, some nice green days. This week so far, Monday was okay. Tuesday, a really nice green day yesterday. But today, catching a red day. So it was bound to happen, and it's better to kind of just get it out of the way, let it happen, let it be a small red day. A successful red day for me is a red day where I don't hit my max loss, number one, and a red day where I voluntarily choose to walk away. Not because I'm down so much I can't possibly keep trading, but because I just say, you know what, I don't think it's worth continuing to trade. And then a successful red day is also one where you don't give into emotionally impulsive kind of trading. So today, I went red on my first trade of the day, $600. I rallied back with $700 profit on the second trade, putting me up like $15 or $100, whatever it was. And then I made my way up to plus 400, then up to plus 580. And I mean, this was so slow. We just could not get anything going today. And then took a $300 loss, another small loss, was then to flat on the day, then took a $600 loss, was down 600, and then took a bigger loss on QRTEB. And I'm sitting down 1,700 right now. I went as low as minus 2,600, made back about 1,600 of that off the low, and then gave back another 600 and leveled out now at minus 1,700. So, you know, versus 5,000 yesterday, giving back a third of what I made, not a big deal. That's tolerable. One of the things I think is important is not to chase the loss, you know, like to get so fixated on, I don't want to be red today, so I'm just gonna keep trading and try to make back this loss, because the next thing you know, if there's nothing to trade, I'm just gonna dig the hole deeper, and then I'm down 2,500. Then I take a big Hail Mary pass and I'm down $7,000, and I'm furious. And then I'm like, screw it, I'm going all in, and then I'm down 15,000. And in one day, I've given back, you know, all this progress. So this for me was an opportunity to say, you know what? It's a red day, but I'm still green on the week right now. You know, Monday was good, Tuesday was good, and I'm still green on the month. So let's just make this a successful red day. A successful red day can be a red day where I walk away early, where I don't get super emotionally kind of riled up. Hang on one second, let me just finish my recap. A successful red day can also be a day where I hit my max loss, but I walk away. At that point, I don't continue to trade past the max loss. I have a max loss set on my account right now of 3,000. So if I'm down below that amount, I would have to call my broker and ask them to increase the max loss amount to let me keep trading, which would not be a good thing. So, you know, today's a day where I didn't go below max loss. I did take a couple trades after that big loss on QRTEB. I was feeling a little frustrated. I was like, you know, kind of annoyed, and took it out a little bit, and then pretty quickly was like, you know what? The liquidity on this stock is so poor. I think I just need to let it go, and my best bet is just to come back tomorrow. And so I'm shutting it down here, and that's the plan. So I'll recap the trades I took. Traded 8 stocks today, and my biggest winner was only $700. My biggest loser was like $2,400, but I'm recovered some of that, so about half of it. So sitting down 1,700 here at the end of the morning. All right, so reminder as always, trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money. Even seasoned traders like myself can fall into the traps of having big losses. The hardest part of trading is the psychological component, the dealing with the emotional responses to loss. So today was one of those days. It's a red day recap, and I hope this is helpful. But remember, take it slow. There is no guarantee you'll find success. So I will see you back here first thing tomorrow morning for the morning show, right around 9 a.m. I'll be streaming for Warrior members in the chat room starting a little after 7. And hopefully we see some good opportunities tomorrow, and maybe the market stabilizes a little bit after the CPI numbers today, and we can kind of find some direction for the rest of the week. All right, so that's it for me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone, so I'm gonna do my recap here, go over the trades from today. Traded 2, 4, 6, 8 stocks. Green on 4, red on 4, down 1,700. The biggest losses were on QRTEB. And so we'll go over that one first. This one was very difficult for me to trade. It's up 115% right now, and I managed to lose money on it. So it halts up once, twice, and then 3 times. My first trade was following the third halt up, which is always a little risky. So it was halted up at that time. It was like 955, halted up at 584, and I was like, all right, well, I don't know if this is gonna give us more opportunities, but let's see what it does. So I jumped in it. Let's see. Oh, it's hard to even see. This chart is so crazy. Okay, so it was right in here. All right, so it had gone up, and you could see on very light volume. So I bought right here on resumption from this halt. It hit a high of 75. It looked like it was going to halt up, and then it false halted flush down. I added right down here in this level at 612, and then when it broke 6, I stopped out at 596. Literally like 5 cents off the low, and then it rips up right here to 642, and then was halted up at 678. And I was like frustrated, naturally, as you would be, to stop out, and the moment after you stop out, it's halted up. It resumes a little lower, and then it pulls back, and right here it does a false halt. It looked like it was gonna halt, and then it snaps back up and goes right into a halt up. I watched that. I normally would be interested in trading a false halt, but I didn't take that trade. I was too slow on it. It resumes high. We got a dip and a rip up to 8, a flush back down here to 7, a pop back up to 815, down to 693, another false halt. It rips back up to 8, up to a high, halts up. Let's see, did this halt? No, it was a false halt up. Then it pulls back, sells off for a little bit, and then we kind of get into this more choppy consolidation. So this was what was interesting for me was it had very poor liquidity. So it was hard to get in. And then all of a sudden, if you tried to sell, you couldn't get shares filled. And then all of a sudden the bid would drop 50 cents, not really with any sell orders. It would just drop 50 cents. The bid would just disappear. And so it was very whippy. And, so I'm down $1,300 on, all things considered, this is a small red day for me, whatever. But, I went red on QRTEB. That was a risky trade. NA was a risky trade. This was an IPO from yesterday, and I bought it into the break of 12 here, thinking that if we squeeze through this pivot of 1251, we would halt up. Yesterday's high was 1339. Lost $600 on that, 678. My first trade of the day was PETZ. So I went red on my first trade of the day by 600, and I tried to buy this for a break volume weight average price right here. And I stopped out as it dropped here, and it just went lower from there. APEN, I took 2 or 3 trades on this. One trade for the break on over 518, 5-minute setup. That was a winner. That was a nice trade. And then added back at the open to anticipate the breakthrough 543, and that was a loser. Down 300 on it. Viru, made $100 on this, buying it at 16. Hit a high of 1678, but I sold too soon. GOSS, made 126 on this, buying it around 875 for the squeeze to 9. Hit 9, pulled back quickly, not much profit. WYY, made $140 on this, tried to take the break over VWAP, it rejected hard, sold off. And my best trade was on XRTX. This one had news at 7 a.m., spikes up right here and hit a high of 304. I jumped in as it was spiking up. My first trade was like 225, 230, but I sold very quickly because there were some big sellers that came out right away. And I was like, this is weird. It did end up going higher, but now it's come back down. So weird price action on that one as well. Overall market today sold off CPI numbers higher than expected. So we had that sell off, rallying back up a little bit now. But yeah, that's where we're at on the overall market. That weighed on things a bit. So at the most today, I was up 500, maybe 600. And then I took a $600 loss on NA. And then I took a loss on QRTEB. So at this point, my daily max loss is at 3,000 right now. So I'm not below my daily max loss. I could keep trading if I wanted to, but I don't really think that there's a good reason to keep trading. Even the things that are moving, I'm not making money on because the liquidity is really poor. It's just not good. So, you know, that moved 100% and I still lost money on it. That was my biggest loser. So I think it's probably better just to call it a day today. I did have a good day yesterday, which was great. I'm grateful for that. So nice green day yesterday. You know, today's a small red day. Sometimes you can get so bent out of shape trying to, you know, make back, you know, this $1,700 that you lose sight of the fact that, you know, trying to chase to make back this 1,700 could put you not only further red on the day, but you can end up red on the week. So sometimes it's better to step back and be like, all right, well, you know what? I'm red today, but I'd rather preserve the gains I have from the last week or from the month or from the year and not just, you know, get so fixated on not having a red day today that I end up digging the hole a lot deeper. So that's the plan here, shutting it down, and we'll be back at it. We're saying tomorrow morning, hopefully we have some better opportunities. Market today was pretty soft, pretty cold. So red day, but no big deal. All right, so had to lock up a red day at some point this month. So getting the first red day out of the way, and we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Reminder as always, trading is risky. My results are not typical, so take it slow. There's no guarantee you'll find success as a trader, whether you learn from me or you trade on your own. All right, I'll see you here first thing tomorrow morning.
And that right there was an entire video with no ads. I don't monetize my YouTube channel with video ads, which means you guys get to enjoy the content. But do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and let YouTube know that this channel is the channel to watch if you want to learn about day trading.